much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The punter Logan Cook set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Mahomes now on first down. And this one too low.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Mahomes. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. In motion right is the running back. Gainwell is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory?
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now Lawrence. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder, this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game? And
some room to work. And they finally get him down at the other 46. 47 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. On first down, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And they'll run on the inside handoff. A good run of 6 yards there, gets them closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll look to run with Gainwell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
From the 5, third and goal. 4 yards, that gets them close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Chiefs go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. 4th and goal, and they just tell the leader of this offense to sneak it in there, and he got it done.
Yeah, all you're trying to do is follow the wedge that's created in front of you. Center, guards, tackles. Just get low, fire out, and you get low right behind them and get it over the goal line.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them.
This is intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. Well, I'm so confused, Charles. So they accepted that penalty, but that gives the ball back to the offense.
Yeah, I'm checking my ears too, Brandon, because you and I both had to have heard that wrong, right? You get the turnover, but then you decline it and put them right back out on the field with a second chance. Forget getting to the airport. Let's go to the post-game press conference and hear them explain this one.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Go. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Miles Boykin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Elsewhere, 2nd quarter in D.C., and it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because We don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence going up top. And that is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Forced out to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now Lawrence on first down. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And they'll run with Etienne. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. They'll try to run with Etienne and trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Patterson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Etienne once more. And getting this just shy of midfield, spotted at the 49. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Steps away to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Lawrence. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out on the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Patrick Mahomes with his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Harrison Butker to kick off 48.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. To throw, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's going to have the first down and more than that. Big strides. Look at him go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 58 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And, oh, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A give running right, Etienne. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Once more, Etienne. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Now Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 3 yards out. And the Jags have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. On the counter, it's Gainwell. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Mahomes now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On second down, Gainwell looking for space. And he's got room. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell with his 6th rushing touchdown. And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. A good pickup there of 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. This one hauled in by Sample. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Lawrence going to throw again. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 35 on 2nd down, Lawrence. Open man is Ross, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Lawrence will throw. And this is incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. It's a throw again as Lawrence. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16. ETN up the middle.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. The Chiefs 16-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
On third down, Lawrence to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They start the drive here with Gainwell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I put the word big in capital letters here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They do not 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
Lawrence buying time to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Trayvon Walker in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Got his man complete, Moore.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Chiefs, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they will get another road test next week as they head to Vegas to take on the Raiders.
Meanwhile, for